Hello everyone, Cesar here. This is my Telecaster FMT HH. Great guitars. I don't know for how much do they sell now because they are still making them. But at that time, I think I got this guitar like in 2015 or something like that. By the way, this together with my Custom 24 wood library, my PRS Custom 24 wood library, have been the two only impulse shoppings that I have ever had, right? Guitar related. I mean, I think I'm a very kind of controlled individual, right? When it comes to impulse shopping in all aspects of life. But I fell in love with this guitar. It's a great guitar, really. I mean, we will go through the entire setup because I lent it to someone, right? And that person left the US for working reasons. Now the person is back and I got my guitar back. And I think she's been hanging on a wall. Of course, she's been outside the case. That I can see it because the first three strings are totally rusted. This is one of the reasons why I keep my guitars on their cases when I'm not playing them, right? With the exception of the wall hangers that I have that I don't use anymore. Anyway, the idea is that I'm gonna go through the entire setup of the guitar, right? And sit tight, it's gonna be a long video, but I think it's gonna be really very interesting. So as always, we're gonna get rid of the strings. I know that I get a lot of hate always when I do this, but I do insist, guys, your guitar is not going to suffer at all, okay? Well, I mean, the strings are absolutely rusted, but the first three strings are black, actually, right? Yeah. These guitars are crafted in Indonesia, right? And probably that's one of the reasons why I think they have not had the notoriety that they deserve. I have several videos in my channel with this guitar. By the way, I have a cover, a great cover of one of these nights from Eagles, right? In the channel that was taken down and I got a strike. It's the only strike I've had in the years that I'm having my YouTube channel. Well, I mean, this is in a terrible condition, actually. This is a big learning. To whom are you going to lend your guitar? Okay, so anyway, the cover was taken down, and that was the reason why I stopped working with the network that I was working. But this is for another video. I'm gonna get rid of the strings and I'll be back with you in a second. Well, we got rid of the strings. Do you see that the guitar has two string trees here, are Graphtec string trees because I changed the original ones and I put these two, right? The original ones were terrible, actually. And what we are going to do now is we are going to go and do a deep cleaning of the frets. We are going to go with the fret erasers and we are going to start with 400, then 600, then 1200. And as always, we are going to use the fret erasers that I got from Crimson Guitars. I have already filed them here a little bit because they were exhausted, right? But I have this for several years. And we are going to use our fret guard to protect the frets. Fret guard is here, right? So we will go fret by fret and we will start with the 400 first because they are really kind of sticky, right? This is something, if you're gonna have your guitar hanging on the wall or on a guitar stand or whatever, but not in the case, right? Just take care of it from time to time, kind of go through the basics of the setup, clean the guitar from time to time, because if not, what is going to happen is exactly what has happened. Well, it's terrible, right? So, as I said, I am starting with the 400, right? 400, then 600, then 1200. I'm going to spare you from this intellectually very interesting process, right? And I'm back in 1 second. Short health advice, nuts, right? Brazilian nuts, pecans, almonds, all raw, okay, all raw, without any salt or any oils. The other day I got my results, my yearly physical plus the blood tests, and I am as healthy as a bull, guys, right? So nuts are really very good for you. Well, after the health break, right, a couple of things. And I want to be very clear with this because I have received many questions on my channel. Every time I receive a guitar like this, it's not that very often, right? Or the first time I put my hands in a guitar that I'm buying, whatever, right? I always go through a very deep cleaning of the fretboard, and I really recommend you to do that. I mean, you never know in whose hands the guitar has been, what type of, say, DNA is in there, right? So I always do it, and I do it in two ways, or one with simple green, or B with this thing that I learned from this guy Dave's World of Fun Stuff, this Ronsonol thing, which is kind of naphtha plus other things. The reason why I like this is because it really cleans deeply, right? But it dries your fretboard. So if you're gonna oil your fretboard later, and we're gonna do it, you can do it with this type of thing, this naphtha, Ronsonol, or whatever. Important is that this is not going to harm your guitar. It is going to evaporate immediately, but it will help you to really have a deep cleaning of the fretboard. After that, because it will dry it out, use the oil to oil your fretboard, right? And this is what we are going to do. So we're going to clean first the fretboard. We're going to put some Ronsonol. I'm using this toothbrush that is clean, of course, right? And this is what we are going to do, and after the cleaning we are going to oil the fretboard. So stay with me for a second. And now we are going to oil the fretboard with F1 oil, which is what I use. Again, not sponsored by anybody. And I have a piece of feedback for the for the Music Nomad guys. This new container you are using, right, for the F1 oil, I maybe have had a lemon, actually, right? But the doser gets stuck here, inside the thread, right? So, inside the cap. And then what you need to do is, you need to go and basically extract it, right? Dr. Rodriguez is extracting here. See, look, like this, and then put it on top of the container again. So you may want to review or revisit the way this is attached to the bottle. Okay, so in any case, just one drop in each one of the frets. Remember, we have been cleaning with this Ronson oil, which is basically naphtha plus many other things, right? So the fretboard has been dried out, and now simply hydrating. Well, hydrating is not the word because it's oil, right? Oiling the fretboard. I repeat, I only clean the fretboard with this Ronsonol now, right? Or with the simple green, whatever. If I have lent the guitar and someone else has been playing the guitar for a period of time, or when I buy a new guitar, because I never know who has been playing the guitar or what was that person having in his or her hands, right? So I always do it like that. I think it comes from my profession, sorry. Right? Well, once we're done, what we are going to do is we're gonna clean a bit the body. I already did, actually, because it was really disgusting, right? With the Music Nomad guitar detailer, right? Now it's looking much better. The fretboard has really kind of come back to life. The fretwork in this guitar is fantastic, it's excellent. I don't know for how much are they selling these guitars now, right? When I got it, I think it was around $500 or something like that. Great value for the money. The pickups are absolutely fantastic. If you have some patience, you will hear it at the end of the setup, because another criticism I got is, oh, but you don't play the guitars after you set them up. Listen, I have many covers with all my guitars in my channel. Just take the time to go through my videos, guys. And you will help me with the views, by the way. Yeah? This is already looking like a guitar and not like a foreign object, right? And now we are gonna basically go with the guitar detailer and a clean rag, and we are gonna clean the body, so give me just a second. Put it on the rag, clean rag, okay? And I have already undusted previously off camera the guitar because it was in a terrible condition, and this is, as I said, a big lesson learned. Think twice about lending your guitars. Right? Well, this is a product that you can apply to any finish, right? Whatever the finish your guitar has, is it poly, is nitro, you can perfectly use it. Read the instructions, okay? And again, I'm not sponsored by any company. Now we are gonna clean the back of the guitar too. Interestingly, some people think this guitar is a neck through, but it's not. It's a set neck. Right? Thing is that it's really very well done. Probably because the guitar is made in Indonesia, people are not putting enough attention, but I think it's a great, great guitar. I have several videos in my channel, some of them with a lot of views and with questions and comments, and some comments are like, this is not a Telecaster anymore because it has two humbuckers and this does not respect the spirit of the Telecaster. Okay guys, whatever, I'm not gonna go into that argument, right? You see, if you look carefully, you see that the body is not one piece, it's a three-piece body, right? And again, it's a three pieces body, sorry. And again, the set neck, right, is really very well done. The neck joint is fantastic. I mean, the attention to the detail in this instrument is fantastic. And it plays very, very well. Right? You are gonna hear it because as I said, some people criticizes me because I don't play the guitars after setting them up. But you can hear the guitars in my channel because I have a lot of covers with every single guitar in my channel, okay? Well, you see it's also, I mean, the strings go through the body, right? See here, right? The holes. And this is what we are going to do now. We are gonna put strings in our guitar, okay? We are going to check the nuts here at the headstock, okay? They're a little bit loose. I was expecting that. Not that much, but they are, especially this one. Don't over tighten your tuning pegs. By the way, I mean, you see that I'm not using the octopus tool anymore to tighten the tuning pegs, and the reason is because it's totally unusable. It worn out massively, so it's not useful anymore to tighten the screws. I mean, I was expecting that because the plastic is somehow soft, right? So, well, it did live for kind of 5-6 years. It's okay. I think we're ready to restring it. I'm not going to punish you with another restringing of a guitar in YouTube. Suffice to say that I'm gonna put the Darius normal ones, XL. This is what I use in all my guitars. I know what I'm gonna say is a little bit controversial, but I'm sorry I don't buy into the magic in different strings that justifies the humongous difference in pricing, right? In my opinion, some people who are doing these string reviews first should learn how to play, and after that we will talk about the strings, right? But again, I'm not pointing fingers to anybody, simply is my opinion. I think that, yeah, there may be differences, there are some differences, but for me the normal Dadario XL makes it perfectly. I string 10s in all my guitars with the exception of one of my Strats, one of them, the one that is the standard Telecaster in Olympic white. I put 9s, whatever the reason it is. I mean, I think that guitar gets better with 9s. This one we are gonna put 10s, the Dario XL's normal strings, okay? So it's kind of $4 per pack or something like that. And again, I'm just saying that I don't think that the enormous amount in difference in pricing gets justified at all, right? So that's what we are gonna do. We're gonna string our guitar, okay? And after that, we will go with the neck relief, string height, pickup height, and intonation. So we're recording at natural light because today is a great day here in Miami. Capo at the first fret, as always, right? I have the clip-on tuner here, this very old cork that I always use for the relief, etc., in order to tune to pitch. One thing I want to share with you that I do is when I am stretching the strings immediately after installing them in a guitar that has string trees, I do it with the string out of the string tree. So I release the string from the string tree, stretch it so I can get the right tension here at the tuning peg, and then I put it back and engage it back on the string tree, okay? That's just for the newies, this is what I do. Then capo first fret again, and I can tell you, I mean, I release the truss rod in order to work in the guitar during the cleaning, the string installation, etc., and it's clear to me that it has a lot of relief, so we are going to check it anyway. The 0.2 millimeters filler gauge, which is more or less around between 8 and 10 thousandths of an inch is what I have on my necks. Well, I mean, it's massive. I mean, we need to tighten the truss rod a lot. And for that, we're gonna release the fourth string out of the nut slot, because if not, we are gonna hit it with the wrench and we are gonna break the string probably, or at least harm it. Now, I cannot stress more the concept of using the right wrench, the right truss rod wrench, because if not, you are going to ruin your truss rod, and that's a very expensive repair, guys, right? So we are gonna tighten it a lot. This is what we have to do, tighten our truss rod, and even a bit more. Just eyeballing it, I can see it. I'm gonna check now. Okay, put the first fret again. And let's see. I think it's much better. Yeah, in fact, I think we are gonna leave it just there. We like it, yeah. And now we are gonna check the string height. And for the string height, again, not sponsored, but I think that the Fret Guru is the best string ruler out there, right? The cheapest ones, the ones you can buy in Amazon, have really very sharp edges, and sometimes even the measurements are not the right ones, but this is a great string height ruler. Not sponsored. Now, I, again, as always, put more or less 1/16 of an inch, so 4/64, right, in all my strings, which is around 1.6 millimeters, right? And this is the way I respect the radius here. And I can see that this is all over the place. So, let me see. High in the 6th, super high in the 4th, very low in the 3rd, very low in the 2nd, and almost there in the 1st string. I think we can go a little bit lower. So let's fix it with the right wrench again. This is a small one. And when you have a saddle that has 2 screws, you need to make sure that they are even, so the saddle is at the same height on the left and on the right. It is easy to eyeball it, but if you are not good eyeballing it, it is easy to feel the resistance of the grab screw, because if you feel the resistance and then you start not feeling the resistance, is because it's already not getting into the equilibrium between the two, say, legs, okay? So let me just look here again. I think we are going to take it a little bit down here and then here. You see, I mean, you can feel it. We are there. Yes. Very low here, so we will need to increase it a little bit, because if not, it's gonna buzz. Yes, that's right. Very low. So and this is totally uneven, by the way. Okay, low here. You see, I mean, it was loose totally here because it was uneven, and now it starts to get traction. So you see what I'm talking about. Let's just increase this a little bit. And well, this is more or less there, but just a touch. Okay. You see, this is exactly what I was talking about. Good. Now, let's tune it to pitch. And let's check if the strings choke when you bend them here. And they don't. The other day I saw someone doing this, checking if the string height was the right one, playing power chords. Right? I mean, you are not gonna be able to perceive if the strings here are choking, if there is bass. Now, can you go lower than this? Probably you can go lower than this. For me, this is the right action, more or less 1/16 of an inch, right? So it's kind of 1.6, 1.5 millimeters. But if you wanna try it lower, then you go on your saddles and you check if there is any choking here when you bend the strings massively, right? Or if there is any perceptible fret buzz that will go through the amp, okay? We're happy with this. And now we are gonna go with the intonation. That is the part that I hate the most, so sit tight. Now for the intonation, as always, with the Kemper remote, with the remote in mode tuner, which is great, it's fantastic. Harmonic at the 12th fret, and then fretting the note at the 12th fret, and we will see if it is sharp or if it is flat, okay? Tune to pitch. If anything, a bit flat at the 6th string. So if it is a bit flat, we will need to take the saddle a bit towards the nut, okay? Just a small touch. Let's tune to pitch again. Tune to pitch. Now fretting the note. Still a bit flat. It's a pretty sensitive tuner, so there we go. Tune to pitch. No, it's a bit flat, sorry. Yep, and now fretting the note. I think we are going to call it good. Very good. Well, if anything, it's sharp now. That's the reason why I hate the intonation. Yeah, maybe I'm gonna take it a bit closer to the bridge. Tune to pitch. I think we call it good. See? Tune to pitch. Very good. 5th string. Let's tune it first. Tune to pitch. It's actually pretty good. Now, 4th string. Tune to pitch, fretting the note. Very good. 3rd string. Tune to pitch. Actually pretty good. second string, tune to pitch, fretting the note. It's a bit flat, so we are going to take the string closer to the nut. And the screw is actually pretty tight. Tune to pitch, still flat. I have to take it a little bit closer to the nut. To pitch, we're getting closer but still a bit flat. See, tune to pitch. Well, very good actually, it is very good. Very good. And let's see the first string. First, let's tune it to pitch. Tune to pitch. Good, a bit flat, but I think sorry, I did hit the camera. I hope you can see it. Sorry. Again, back. Yeah, a bit flat, just a bit flat, but just a hair. Probably we've gone too far. Tune to pitch. Very good. So we're happy with that. Our guitar is pretty good intonated now. Again, the thing of a perfect intonation as such does not exist, guys. It's a physical thing, it's physics, right? And now we're gonna just give you a couple of very clean tones in order for you to listen to the guitar. Well, so now we're gonna listen to the guitar through a very clean profile that I got from my channel. I'm gonna put the link here so you can subscribe, because if you are into Kemper, I think that you really need to subscribe to this guy, the Tone Junkie. From time to time he releases Kemper profiles for free, and they are really very well done. And why clean? Well, I mean, this is another guitar myth. You see in YouTube some people are setting up a guitar and then, let's listen to the guitar, and then they put it through 600 pedals, play power chords. You are not going to understand if the guitar is well set up unless you play it clean. Okay, so this is what we are gonna do. For example, a couple of very open chords, nice. So you can hear, right, that there's no fret pass, the nut is well cut. And let's see, for example. Neck pickup, okay? Now, 2 pickups. And the bridge pickup. My only criticism of this guitar is the coil splitting, the coil tapping, sorry, because you will see how the drop in volume is massive. Look, for example, we are going to do it at the neck pickup. And now we do the coil tapping. You hear? It's a very nice, the sound is really very good, it's pretty good, but the drop in volume, we are going to go now to the bridge pickup. You see? It is well done again, eh? But really the drop in volume is massive. You see? A great guitar. You will need to get used to the coil tapping and the drop in volume. I think that is not pretty well resolved in this guitar, but I really enjoy playing this guitar. I'm happy that she's back home. See you very soon in my next video. I hope you have learned something in this very long one, and up to that moment, please play your guitars, have fun, and be good. Bye.